We are live. We are live. Oh, we are live. Good evening to everybody. Hope and pray you had a wonderful Monday. Let me say to those of you that are coming in after the live has ended, so extremely grateful that you thought enough of our voice to tune in and hear what it is we have to say. I believe that you're watching this after the fact because somebody in real time shared and put it on their timeline for you to discover it. I want you to do the same thing. You're getting ready to benefit from what we share. I want you to make sure somebody else has the chance to do the same, okay? So hit that share button even after the fact, whenever you discover it, and let's get ready to grow together. Those of you that are coming in real time, I see you, I see you, I see you. You know what we do. There are three things I need you to do quick, fast, and in a hurry. Number one, hit that share button. You know what it is. Number two, tag somebody in the comments. And then number three, there it is. Be sure that you speak and let me know where you're watching from, okay? Let's get a conversation going. Hey, Mari, love you so much. Good to see you. Akela, greetings to you. Hey, DeAndre, greetings to you there in Monroe, Louisiana. Mylita, thank you for sharing. Clap it up for Mylita. She shared. I didn't have to ask 37 times. I didn't have to beg. You cared enough. You thought it not robbery. That's good churchy talk right there. Excuse me. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat. Cousin Netta, love you. There we go. Mary Thompson, hey to you. Pastor Osborne, love you so much. Hey, Sam, love you, Samantha. Angela, there in Philly, thank you. Mobile, Alabama. Come, everybody share it. Let's go. Phil Dorsey, good evening to you, man. Praying for you guys. Marquez, hey, man, good to see you. Carthage, Texas. I'm watching you from my flip phone, but I'm sharing the video. I did not know flip phones had share options or social media or streaming capabilities, but we thank God for you and your flip phone. Excuse me. Tanya in Oakhart, Indiana. 90 seconds of this and I'm getting into it. Milton in Birmingham. Darius, what's up to you, man? My brother, hey, that's my guy right there. Pastor JC Manaway. He's speaking for me. I am a huge fan of his, and everybody else should be as well. If you don't know Joseph C. Manaway, come up from under that rock you've been living under and do yourself a favor. Your life and ministry is going to be better. Hey, Sarah, love you. Darius in Baltimore, okay. Well, let's get into it. Warner Robbins, good to see you. JL in Chesapeake, what's up? Addie in Palaca, man. Palaca, Florida. I don't know too many people from Palaca. Antoine Cooks, I know. You know who that is. I know who Antoine is. He's from Palaca. And that's the only reason I know where Palaca is. The only reason I even know how to pronounce it. But glad to have you on here. Tanisha, hey. John Calhoun, hey. Overseer there in Florida. What's up, man? Ethan, good to see you. Chantel. Okay, good. We can do this part all day. But let's actually get into what we came to discuss tonight. I see the elder, Michael Jacobs, and we bless God for you, sir. I love you, Pastor. Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure. So let's jump into it. As the hey Bryce, as the title says, hey Seattle, Diana, good to see you. Jawan, love you guys. All right, let's jump into it. As the title suggests, I want to spend a little time with you guys reviewing Sunday. It is obviously Monday, and for those of us that are in ministry of any kind, on any level, whether you are a pastor, worship leader, choir director, musician, you're coming to Ocala in December. I have no idea. I would love to. I do not know. I wake up every day and they send me a message. Okay, go to the airport at this time and go to somewhere. Okay, I'll be there. So I have no idea. I don't know where I'm gonna be next week, much less December. Chris, what's up, man? Hey, Siobhan. Me too, me too, me too, me too. And so it is, in fact, Sunday, or rather, it is Monday. And if you're like me, whatever level of ministry you're in, Sunday is still on the top of your mind. Okay. I know we have a lot of preachers, pastors, ministers. I need everybody to share. It's about 100 of us in here across the different pages and platforms that we're on. But Sunday is the hardest day of the week. I remember being a little kid, and you all know the Lionel Richie song. I don't know if it's Lionel Richie or the Commodores, but I remember being a little kid and hearing that song, "Easy Like Sunday Morning," and I remember thinking, "Pieces to Glory, what church do they go to where Sunday morning is easy?" I remember thinking, as a little kid, there's nothing easy about Sunday. Sunday is stressful. Hey, Elder Shah, Sunday is stressful. Sunday, your blood pressure be up. Sunday is tense. Sunday is hard. Sunday is work. Ain't nothing easy. Dr. Williamson, you get it? Ain't nothing easy about Sunday morning. And as I've grown and grown and grown, and I'm grown now, and certainly now that I'm a pastor, Sunday is my favorite day of the week. Let's not ever get that confused. But Sunday is also by far the hardest day of the week. And so I want to, excuse me. Ooh, you see this, that's Sunday, a little Sunday hangover there. But I want to spend some time just sharing some insights with you guys. And here's what I want to do. Several quick church announcements. Number one, because I want to give you time, I want to invite, in fact, let me do that now. Invite, copy. Yeah, I want to invite some ministry people to come on and actually talk to me, because I would love to actually hear how your Sunday went. I mean, I really would. I'm going to copy and paste the link in the chat. So if you want to come in and talk to me, all you have to do is click the link and just give me 30 seconds. I'm going to make sure it's posted there, because I really legit want to talk to you, have conversation with you about your Sunday. I want to hear what happened. I want to, for some of you, I can maybe just maybe even provide a little insight, a little strategy. Let's see here. Trying to post. Okay, there we go. Post and pin. All right. If you're watching on my Facebook page, I have pinned the link there, so you can come in and talk to me. And then I really want to share a couple of things that I know are going to give some value that we're learning in our journey. Yesterday, I want to jump into it. Thank you for tagging, Pastor Miller. Love you. Yesterday was absolutely insane for us at Spirit and Truth. Now, I make no apologies. I've in this last year, I've really, really been reminded. I'm going to be vulnerable here with you. I've really been reminded since I started my pastoral career, pastoral journey, whatever term you want to use, that you cannot please everybody. Okay. Nothing has shown that quite like, this whole pastoral thing. And I'm not even talking about in my church as much as just, online, right? No matter what you do, you will be too much for some. You will be not enough for others. You will have motives questioned. You will have people that have never had a conversation with you. Okay. But they have built a narrative for you in their mind. They filter everything through the identity they created for you. Again, know nothing about you. And then, this one, I'll be very vulnerable, very personal here. Then you also got to deal with the fact that there are people that don't know how long you sowed seed. I'm gonna help somebody with this. There's so many people that have no idea how long you sowed seed, but have so many opinions about your harvest. So for some, again, I'm speaking about me. Um, I've had to, deal with the, little slick side, comments. Oh, they just coming out of nowhere. You just overnight. I don't know. Yeah, you don't know. You have no idea how long I was on the backside of the desert, being faithful over a few things, um, serving selflessly, giving all that I had. You have no idea about when we were hosting thousands of people at YLC, literally thousands of people. And then YLC ends on Saturday. And then that next Sunday, I'm back to being the sound man at my local church. Or I'm, the praise and worship leader. Or I'm, raising the offering. Or I'm ushering. Or if the drummer's late, I'm playing the drums. Or I'm vacuuming because I'm on the janitorial team. You don't know anything about that part. You don't see that part. Or if you see it, you don't care to acknowledge it because it undermines the narrative that you created. And the truth is, people don't care about the truth if the lie is entertaining enough, right? And so you'll never, ever, 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 they don't know, right? You'll never be enough. You'll never be, or you'll always be too much. You can't please everybody, right? And so I've been trying to, walk on eggshells, with the growth of the church. I've been trying to, not talk about it too much. But I'm gonna be very honest with you. I am done with that. I refuse because here's what made me clear, or here's what cleared me. Hey, Pastor Anthony PG Jr., my guy, I love you so much, bro. Here's what freed me. My reluctance, and I'm saying this to you because you need to apply this to you as well. Your reluctance to testify and to point to what God is doing and to talk about what's happening and all of these great things, your reluctance to do so is really ultimately robbing God of glory. You do understand that, right? You walking around quiet. I've seen it. Let me give you another example. It's like I have seen people in church. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I've seen people in church that get blessed. They work hard. They save. I remember this one lady, she bought a fur coat. She worked. She used to be on, she used to be on, food stamps and Section 8, and God blessed her. She sold, business began to grow, and she blessed now, and she get a fur coat and was scared to wear it to church, not for safety concerns, but because I don't want people to think. I don't want people to think. I don't want people to say that you better wear your coat. What's wrong with you? Like, wear your coat. You're ultimately robbing, I'm gonna say it again, you're robbing God of glory by minimizing and downplaying what he has done for you. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous. And so, I discovered, I'm making people uncomfortable, talking about how our church is growing. So I'm just gonna be quiet about it. It is not my fault your church is not growing. Come on, let's talk. I'm done with it. It is not my fault. It is not this fault, and it's not their fault, whatever, that you're not where you want to be. Period. Let's be grown-ups tonight. Let's be grown-ups. And so what I'm not going to do is act like God is not doing something supernatural at Spirit and Truth to make anybody comfortable in their stagnation. I will not. I will not. And so on that vein, I need everybody that has bought into this lie that the church is dead, folk not coming back to churches to no more, and you got to you just sell your buildings because folk don't want to go to church. Get away from me with that. I don't even put that in my spirit. But part of my job right through here is to counter that with facts and with figures and with numbers. You know why we post videos and clips and pictures and stuff all the time? Because I want you to see that there's another side to that coin. You understand me? I need pastors, I need leaders that are on here that are looking to grow, trying to grow, hoping to grow. I need you to understand that it is in fact possible. I mean it. I'm showing you. God is showing you. If your church is dead, try this one. Period. All right. And so yesterday was a milestone for us. We set out, and I'm gonna be very honest. When I started pastoring, I'm gonna get to my points, but I'm gonna just take you on a little journey with me. Because I think the story is gonna help you. When I started pastoring, 13, 14 months ago, I knew things were going to grow because I know that there's a grace for growth on my life. You've heard me say that, you've seen that. I knew that was going to happen, but I'll be very honest. I did not know it was going to grow like this, right? I did not know. What's up, Pastor McDonald? Love you, man. I did not know it was going to grow this fast, right? I'm thinking, I'll be very honest. My first goal, I'll be very, very honest with you. Um, when I first started, I said, man, if we can have 400 to 500 people in a year, that'll be all right. Like that'll be great. If we can have 400 to 500 people in a year, that would be a miracle. Like, churches don't grow like that. And, again, I'd never been a part of a church, that had hundreds of people. And so I'm like, 400 to 500 in a year, man, that'd be miraculous. We had 400 to 500 in like 2.5 months. I think we were at 500 in like 3 months or something like that. 4 months. I got to go back and look, but y'all have been watching it happen like that. So I had to quickly adjust our goal. Once we hit 400, 500, I'm like, okay, well, we're not going to be at 400 or 500 at the end of the year. What's the goal? And so we thought, prayed, and I told the Lord and I told our team, I said, I'm thinking that if we end the year, because once we hit 1,000, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. This is happening kind of fast. I said, you know what? Once we hit 1,000, I'm putting y'all on game here, our internal plan and process. The goal was once we hit 1,000, I said, I'm going to shut down, not the growth, right? But I'm going to shut down the emphasis. Because we were doing Sundays where we do, 30, 40, 50, a Sunday. We had, I think our largest week was 83 new members or something like that. Yeah, I think our largest week was like 83 new members at a time. But we've had 70 Sundays, we've had 50 Sundays, and that's because I was really pushing it because I wanted to. Once I saw that number was in line, I was like, "Yo, let's go get it." So we hit the 1,000, and then I told our team, I said, "It's time to pivot a little bit. I want us to focus now, not so much on the growth piece, as much as let's get our internal systems together because they can keep coming and they're going to keep coming, but we have to put these processes in place to keep them and lock them in and serve them and minister to them, right?" And so for the last 2.5 months, we've been all about systems. We've been all about, getting processes in place, which is very important. If you are listening to me, please hear that part. Now, mind you, even with that, don't get it twisted, we kept growing. Like we have never had a Sunday in 55 weeks. Oh no, 52. 57, 50, 59. I guess in almost 60 weeks, we've never had a Sunday. We have never had a week where people didn't join. Like we've literally grown every week. Now, some weeks it's been 3, especially in this last few months, 2 months when we've been focused on the systems. Some weeks it's been, 80 something again, but we've never had a week where we didn't grow. And so we've been working on these systems. And so we said, hey, what's up, Leo? Good to see you. You were there did you join yesterday? Did you join yesterday? Let me know. And so I said, if we can do 1,200 by the end of the year with this shift from the rapid growth to the systems and structures and strategies, I said, if we can do 1,200 people by the end of the year, so it's the holiday season, people, they start slowing down. It gets cold outside. Folk don't come like they should. We do 1 or 1,200 by the end of the year, and that'll be just an incredible calendar year. That'll be all God, just insanity. All right. Veronica, hey, Pastor, please tell your daughter, thank you so much for watching. We love her too. We love you too. And so the reason yesterday was so significant um, is because while we thought we would do 1,200, kind of coasting in by the end of the year, we crossed over 1,200 yesterday on the second Sunday of November. So we still have 4 weeks in December, and I think November has 5 weeks. So we have what, 7 Sundays left in the year, 6, 7 Sundays left in the year, and we've already crossed over our end of the year goal of 1,200 people. And so I'm telling you, sirens. I'm sorry. I'm telling you that to get to where I'm going with these observations. Dr. Pack, love you so much, Bishop. Honor you, Apostle Pack. If y'all don't know who Dr. Pack is, you are doing yourself a disservice. You need to get on board and get to know who he is. He's going to bless your life and ministry. And so yesterday, College Sunday, we reached out. We launched our college ministry. We had students from the campus. We had just people everywhere. It was absolutely insane. It was absolutely crazy. God was there. We had record attendance. We had, I think, 7 seating zones yesterday. We had overflow. We had another overflow. The altar all across the front was completely stepped, completely packed. Chairs on top of chairs. Then we even had to open up the cove. We had to open up the cove. Sorry, I don't know I'm working. Had to open up the cove on the side and move the. It was pandemonium. But then again, 50 some people joined. Now, here's why I want to talk about this, because there's several lessons, several observations that stood out that I think you really need to hear, and apply these as you need to. Thank you, UK. We appreciate your love, appreciate your support, Andrew. First thing I want you to write down. Let's get this. Let's hear this. Let's consider this. I want you to understand, please hear me, that there's a tremendous difference, get this, between leaders and influencers. Write that down. Okay. There is a tremendous difference between leaders and influencers. I need you to hear this. One of the things, and again, I'm giving you guys lessons from our journey, lessons from our story, lessons from what we're building and all of that. And one of the things that I've discovered is that we always talk about people having leadership skills, and I need to appoint so and so because they're a leader. When they talk, people listen. One of the things I'm discovering is that we have not made a proper differentiation between leadership and influence. Because I want you to hear me and hear me well. Every leader has to have influence, but everybody with influence is not a leader. Did you catch what I said? I'm going to say it again. Every leader has influence. They must. It is absolutely essential. What's up, Dr. Coleman? Love you, man. There we go. Every leader has influence, but everyone with influence is not a leader. Now, let me tell you why I say that. Let me tell you why you need to know that. Some of the people that you are trying to force into a leadership position because of their influence should not be trusted with leadership, because leadership implies the presence of followers. All right, let's just walk through this. Leadership denotes the fact that there are people that will get behind this person and follow them. And some of the folks that you're trying to force into leadership positions, while they might have influence, what are they using that influence for? In other words, where are they taking the people that would look to follow them? I am discovering, I am learning, I am completely convinced, let's just talk about it, that some of the folk with influence, they're just loud. And let me tell you what influence is. Influence is sway. Influence is the ability to shape someone's perception. And so I've made the mistake in times past of trying to make somebody a leader because of their influence without realizing nobody wants to follow them, but they will listen. I'm not going where you're going. Your life, your whatever. I ain't going where you're going. But because you're so loud, because you're so persuasive, because you're so vocal, if not careful, your voice will change the whole tenor of the meeting. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I've seen people um, that are not leaders because they don't know where to take people, but they're so influential that their disagreement or their uh, disdain, their whatever term you want to use, um, will end up tainting everybody else. And the crazy thing is, because they're not actual leader, nobody wants to go with them, but their attitudes have been changed because that person has so much doggone influence. And so you're going to have to do a quick and a very, very thorough evaluation. If you guys have not shared, let's share it. You're going to have to do a real assessment, and I mean this, on not just who has influence, but who's actually a leader. Because I say it to you again, leaders have the ability to get people to follow them. Influencers only need the ability to get people to listen. And I want to be very clear. If you know how to communicate, getting people to hear you is relatively easy. Getting people to follow you and knowing and having confidence that if they follow so-and-so, they'll get to the right destination. That's a totally different thing. Hey, Heather, tell Brian I'm looking for him. I ain't seen him in like weeks. Tell him I'm asking about him. I had my hat on Sunday and everything. I ain't even see him. And so number one, I just want to share this with you tonight. Please hear me. Please hear me. Please hear me. Leaders and influencers are not the same thing. Okay. Leaders and influencers are not the same thing. Pastor Coleman just jumped in here and asked a great question. A great question. He said, how do you handle the long talkers? The way you handle the loud talkers, forgive me. The way you handle the loud talkers is doing your best to manage what it is they say. Number two, not only do you have to do your best to manage what they say, but you do have control on where they're allowed to say it. All right. Now, that, of course, comes with the stipulation. When I say you have control on where they're allowed to say it, I'm talking about within the confines of the ministry. Now, you can't control group text. You can't control DMs and inboxes. And if they're loud and messy, then that's a whole nother thing. But if they're just loud and maybe undisciplined or loud and unrefined, you at least control what you validate from your platform. So what I'm learning and discovering is that with the loud ones, at least in the confines of this church, I determine how much mic time you have, right? I determine how much influence I share with you to use your loud voice. So if I discover that you just loud, but you don't know what to say, you loud, but you don't know, you don't recognize that you have two buckets in your possession at all times. One has water, the other has gas, and you don't know which moment, which time to use the gas and which time to use the water. You're adding fuel to fires that you should have been putting out. You don't know what to say or when to say it or who to say it to. I at least have the ability to monitor how much influence I give to you. Because if I have you up and I have you visible and I have, people looking to you and I've put my hand on you, I have validated you, so forth, so on, then whatever you're saying with your loud voice has extra weight because you put my weight with it. Does that make sense? So again, guys, you got to know the difference between who's a leader and who's an influencer. They are not the same thing. But let me give you the second thing, and I'm not going to hold you guys all night. It's a late night insight, but it's about to be midnight mentorship in a minute. So I got to wrap this thing up. But I do want, while I'm here, though, I do want to say, I didn't even mention this earlier. You guys see that website at the bottom of the screen, moresolutionsnow.com? every one of you that's looking to grow and expand and um, have better events in 2024, you should probably go to that link. Okay. Every one of you, excuse me, got tickle in my throat. Every one of you that wants to be more successful in your gatherings next year, every one of you that is tired of your convocation being empty, tired of your convention being underfunded, tired of not knowing how to get sponsors, I'm bringing 200 leaders together, January of 2024, top of the year, first week of the year. And I'm giving them everything that we have, everything that we use, everything that we know. And I said 200. There are only like 100. In fact, let me check. There are only like 100 and no, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that right. Some of y'all are getting excited. Oh, it's 100 seats left. I got time. No. Let me. I'm logging into the back end software. I need you to hear this because you need to be going right now. Okay, there it is. There are 165 seats that are already taken. I even looked at this today. That means there are 35 seats left. Thank you. They had to do the math, carry the one. There are 35 seats left. Now, stop talking about I want my conference to grow. And again, I'm not going to apologize for it. Why are you talking about conferences? Because I've never done one that did not sell out or exceed budget. Does not matter if the budget was $2,100 like the first one, or if the budget was over $2 million like the last one, pre-pandemic. Okay. Great question. CJ just asked a great question, and Bishop Nesby just asked a great question. Let me make it clear. There are 35 seats left. That includes online and virtual, because we have to, the way we're serving everybody that's coming in person or virtual, it's really intensive. The way our team is going deep diving into your information and looking at your events and all that stuff. So yeah, if you do online, number one, you can change it over the next few weeks if your schedule allows and I can actually come in person, but you need to do at least online now to secure your spot. And if you do online, please hear me well, you get all of the access, you get all of the sessions, we're giving a whole binder of all of our forms, our policies, our procedures, job descriptions, vendor stuff. Like, we're giving it all. This is not a pep rally conference. This is playbook. You are leaving fully equipped for you and your staff to do what you need to do to sell out and exceed budget. So if you do the online, you can watch it at your convenience. It is on demand. Some people have said, oh, I'm in a work conference that week I can't get out of, or I'm something that I can't, and I'm gonna be tied up during the sessions. Do online and you will get every video, you will get every session, you will get every, somebody just registered right now. So there are 34 seats left. How about that? There are 34 seats left because somebody just got theirs. So play around if you want to. Slow around and find out, as they say, okay? But yeah, you need to quickly go to moresolutionsnow.com, MOORE, solutionsnow.com. Do the virtual and at least secure your seat. CJ says, I'm getting in right now. Go do it right now. And if you do, that'll be 33 seats left, okay? So you need to go ahead and get on that, all right? Yeah, Bishop Nesby, you need to go get it now. So even if you're doing last time, and I'm getting to this next point, even if you're doing the online, you can watch it at your convenience, but you got to get it in now because there are 34 seats left. So it's at the bottom of the screen. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Dr. Gray, yes, sir, you were in and registered. And let me also add this, and then I'm getting this last point. One of the things that I'm doing that I've never done before, but I'm excited about it, God gave me the strategy. I'm not waiting until January to start fostering the community among the 200 that are coming, okay? What I'm doing I think we start this next week, is we're launching a private Facebook group. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going live with them once a week, And then in the group, I'm introducing everybody to each other. We're going to start posting some best practices. We're going to start posting some reading list, what you're studying, what you need to be looking at, and having those weekly Zoom calls with that community that's already registered, so that by the time they get to January, they'll already be ahead of the curve. Like, I've never seen a conference do that before, but then again, we different. And so, um, 30 seconds. That's good news. That's good news. Good, 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 good. Yeah, so we're going to start fostering the community now, so that before you even get there, it's going to be, you're going to be better, and you're going to have relationships. So go now. I don't know what to tell you. Go to moresolutionsnow.com and hop in there. Hey, Juanika, God bless you. So I told you already, let's jump back to the session. I told you already, number one, you got to know the difference between leaders and influencers. Every leader has influence. Every influencer does not have leadership skills. Please make sure you are hearing that clearly. Every leader has influence. They must. It is a requirement. But every influencer does not have leadership. Influencers just need voices. Okay. I'm going to point to, but I got to dwell on that for a minute, because I'm thinking, even as I'm processing it, have you considered, let's go secular, leave church world for a moment. The Kardashians. I think this is a great example. And I don't mean to be negative, but come on, let's talk about it. The Kardashians. Have you considered that the Kardashians are famous for being famous? Like, think about what I just said. The Kardashians don't play sports. The Kardashians don't sing. The Kardashians don't make music. The Kardashians are not in movies. Now, they're billionaires, but the Kardashians didn't build industry in the traditional sense. They didn't invent an app or create a tech company. They don't provide an actual service. Now, you know their names. They're billionaires. But what are they famous for? Think about this. Can I tell you? The Kardashians are famous for being famous. Y'all getting this? In other words, think about this. The Kardashians have a tremendous degree of influence. Now, I need you to hear this. The Kardashians can post a picture, and really any one of them, Kim, Khloe, because I know she was married to basketball player. What's the one that the youngest one that's the billionaire? She does her makeup is in the airport. She's got vending machines in the airport to sell her. Kylie, thank you. Yes, Samantha and Yashika, thank you. Kylie, Khloe, Kim, whatever other ones it is. Thank Victor. I missed you. Where were you at? I missed you and baby girl at church. Love you guys. Praying for y'all. And so we know them. They have tremendous, Lamar Odom. They have tremendous influence, but they can post a picture wearing a certain outfit or wearing a certain designer, and that designer's price just went up. You know why? Because they have influence. I remember, some of you remember the Fyre Fest documentary, which was that huge event that was a major scam. This guy said he was going to have a big music festival in the Bahamas, and people paid thousands of dollars for tickets, and they got there and it was nothing like what he said it was. And, all of that. But part of the reason that he was able to sell it out is because he hired one of the Kardashians to endorse it. I think he paid her like $300,000 to post one Instagram picture saying, go to this thing, it's good. What did people do? They bought those tickets. Why? Because she has influence. However, influence can make you like something, can make you dislike something, can make you aware of something, can make you buy something. They've got influence, but they're not leaders. Like, I'm not going to march for Kim Kardashian. I don't want my daughter to be like Kim Kardashian. I don't want to pattern, or anybody that I love to pattern themselves after Kim Kardashian or Khloe or the other one. They're not leaders. They're just influencers. And if you come back to church, some of you all are trying to force people to be leaders. Come on here. Some of you are trying to convince people or force people into a category of leadership because the people listen to them. That does not make them a leader. And at some point, we have to distinguish. We have to draw a line between the two. Thank you, Calvin. I see one of my generation's, major up and coming voices. You know who he is. If you don't, you might not yet, but you will. Justin Wade, he's on the screen. Y'all need to follow him. He's a mind. He's a scholar. Just an all around brilliant guy. Now, he's not saved at all. I just want to let you know. He preaches, and he can preach too, but he's not at all saved. He's not at all saved. He's not going to be saved until he comes to Atlanta and submits himself, humbles himself, and gets in that water and takes on the name of the Lord in baptism. He's on his way to hell right now. He don't believe in hell, but we're going to find out. In hell, will he lift up his eyes? I'm just going to tell you that now. Y'all, that's my friend in real life. I'm serious, but I'm, LOL, courtesy LOL. He is going to hell though. But anyway, so back to the, love you. Don't start that, Justin. I'm leaving you alone, man. So number one, you got to know the difference between leaders and influencers. If you have not shared, come on and do that now. Now, number two, one of the lessons from the weekend, I want to encourage somebody. I'm not preaching to you. I did all my preaching yesterday, but I want to encourage somebody. Write this down. It might not be, or let me say it this way. You might not realize how true the statement I'm about to make is. You might not realize how true it is right now, but you will. Now, CJ Harvey, if you're on here, I want you to go ahead and complete that registration because you're about to be seat 33, or you're about to take us to 33 seats left, I should say. And so, So CJ, if you're here, go ahead and finish that because somebody else needs to know that if you plan to come to the Solutions Summit, you got to hurry up and get that seat in now. It's right at the bottom of the screen, moresolutionsnow.com, MOORE, solutionsnow.com. I really want you to be there because the people that you've been assigned to are going to require the best version of you. All right. It's the end of the year. I understand, but think about this. You spent all of this year, 11 months, pouring in everybody else, serving everybody else, looking out for everybody else, giving to everybody else. At what point do you make an investment back into you so that you do not have to continue pouring from an empty pitcher? Okay. So make an investment in your development. Okay. Make an investment in your development, moresolutionsnow.com. All right. Now, let me go further. I'm going to say it again. You might not realize how true this is. Hey, Demetrius, love you, Justin. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real. You might not realize how true this is, but just write it down, internalize it, pray on it. I promise you, if you stay faithful, stay focused, and keep listening to the voice of the Lord, you're going to see how true it is in a moment. Just write these 4 words down. It's in the house. Those 4 words. It's in the house. Here, write it down. Say it out loud. All right. Let yourself hear you say it. Okay. Let yourself hear you say it. It's in the house. Now, I'm primarily talking to pastors, preachers, leaders, church workers. I see you guys typing it out. That's right. Okay. The reason that I say this so adamantly, and I'm going to be very transparent with you, our church is growing. I'm going to be very transparent, maybe a little too transparent, but somebody needs to hear this. Our church is growing and everybody loves growth. Oh, growth, 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 growth. And God knows I do too. Let's be very, very clear. But I need to also tell you, growth is terrifying, especially, and I don't say this to be negative or to, sing a sad song, but growth is even more terrifying when you've never seen it up close. All right. When you've never had a taste of it until all of a sudden it's here. Um, it's horrifying. River said, what time is it ending on Saturday? It ends, um, get the last flight out Saturday because we're really, really maximizing the 2 days. Now, again, if you have to leave early and you're registered, you'll still get all the information. Okay. But just get your seat. That's the most important thing. Do it now, like right now. But I say it again, growth is terrifying. It brings so much excitement and so much just, joy and please, I don't want to minimize that, but it's scary. Hey, Dr. PG, what's up, man? It's all on the site. Text me. It's all on the site. You can secure your seat right now for a partial payment. So some of you, I don't have the whole amount. Just go to the website. And even if you have to do a partial payment, you can at least secure your seat. But y'all need to hurry up. Pastor PG, I know you're going to be there. So while the growth is great, it brings a lot of challenges, one of which is figuring out how to process and where to place people. Think about this, that are coming in from other places, right? People that are coming in from other backgrounds, people that are coming in from other, other cultures, other houses, all of these things. Again, I'm talking about the church context, because one of the things that happens when you face rapid growth is you have to always question motives. Now, let's be very clear. When you having no growth, you also have to question motives. When you're having slow growth, you also have to question motives. Let me be very clear on this. But when the growth is so sudden and so rapid, it's so many motives to question immediately. And because growth requires structure and growth requires positions and growth requires teams, you got to make decisions quickly on who to appoint, who to trust, who to lean into. Because if you don't start putting people in places, spoiler alert, you won't keep that growth. Y'all following what I'm saying to you? And so I'll be honest with you. I've been, very nervous. We're putting up a good face, a good front, forward facing, and all of that. Oh, we're excited. We're great. Da, 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 da. But I've been scared. I've been stressed, right? I've been nervous because I've got to put these people somewhere. I've got to put these people in position. I've got to get them going, but I'm nervous because I am of the mindset, you ready? Hire slow, fire fast, right? And I realize I've known this from the conference and whatnot, that it would be better to have no one in that position than the wrong person in that position. Y'all not gonna say nothing to me in here tonight? Put me in E flat. It would be better to have a vacancy than to put the wrong person in position. I have validated them. I've put my hand over, and man, God showed me that thing, because there was one person comes to mind right now that I was really I was really rooting for this person. I was really fighting for this. I was really, I believe in this person, and they're gifted, talented, had ability. And I was, really trying to fast track them and move them forward. Now, gifted and talented, but character trash, character non-existent. Okay. Attention seeking, clout chasing, wanting to be validated, wanting to be, wrong motives, unstable, the whole nine, but still gifted. And so I'm trying to justify and well, I can work with this with them and I can, da 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 da. But I'm trying to move my head. The Lord showed me. And I'll be honest, I was at a point where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and appoint this person to this position or give them this validation. I'll just keep grace and growing with them and da da da. The Holy Ghost told me, you better not put them in position. And I really had, I'll be honest, I had to really wrestle with them. I'm like, man, they're skilled, they have potential. The Holy Ghost said, boy, you better not put them in that position. And I'm so glad I listened, because the credibility that I would have lost putting them in a position, not knowing that they were going to make certain decisions, man, folk would have been looking at me like, Pastor, you don't really hear from God, do you? And I would have had, well, that would have had to be tap dancing, because, shortly after I made the decision to obey God and say, all right, Lord, I'm gonna let him wait. He made it very clear as to why that was the right decision. And we'll say that. So when I tell you that what you need is in the house, I'm telling you from a very honest place. It's going to take you some prayer and some fasting to see it and to trust it. But I need you to know it's there. Now, let me give you, Pastor Osborne, you better preach that thing right there. I'd rather take somebody with no skills and high character, because skills can be taught. Uh-oh. Y'all hear me? So when I say it's in the house, let me give you an example. Yesterday was, again, College Sunday. Our college ministry leaders, Dylan Patterson and Simone Moles, beast. I mean, beast. They went to work. Just phenomenal leadership. Phenomenal leadership. I mean, one more time, phenomenal leadership. And they got busy. They got working. They started moving, and they started getting, students signed up left and right. And we're like, wow, we got all these people coming. But again, these are college students. So we realized very quickly they need rides. And we don't have, at this point, we don't have buses and vans, and we don't have all of that stuff. And so, I'm like, how are we going to get these people here? You know what ended up happening? What ended up happening was we had a full 54 passenger charter bus. Okay. A 54 passenger charter bus. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying to you. A 54 passenger new state-of-the-art charter bus that went to the campus, picked up these students, brought them, dropped them off. It was phenomenal. Now, the charter bus cost, I think, $1,400 to rent it for the time that we were going to use it. That's what it cost. That's the sticker price, I should say. We ended up paying compared to, excuse me, I'm choked up, y'all. Compared to what it cost. Hey, we ended up paying almost nothing compared to. Now, nothing is still $600, but $600 compared to $1,300, we'll do that all day. Now, again, it was full. I'll make an investment in students. But, yeah, come on, Sherrod, Lucy, Doc. But the way we were able to get this brand new charter bus for a fraction, literally less than half of what it cost, is because one of the members in our church, her husband works with this charter company. He's a driver, seated, all of that. He says, hey, I hear y'all are trying to get the college kids to come. I can use the bus, or I can bring the bus. I can do it. Now, she's a member of the church. He has not joined yet. Okay. But yet and still, he heard what we were doing, loves how his wife is being impacted by the church. And he said, well, you know what? I'm going to help y'all do this. What are you saying? It was right in the house. We did something else yesterday for the first time. I'm begin being honest with you. We've been bringing food trucks to the 4 o'clock service, for a couple of months off and on, just to, again, bring value to people. Some have been in church all day, didn't have a chance to eat. Our services are full. You're going to shout, you're going to dance, you're going to run. You're hungry when we're finished. All right. And so we've been bringing food trucks to the services. And we discovered, y'all ready? That some of these food trucks were leaving with like $2,000 in sales. Now, first, I'll be very honest with you. First, when I found out, I said, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me I did all this good offering raising and y'all had an extra $2,000 just sitting there? Wait a minute. Okay, I got y'all now. So wait, they made $2,000 after church? Yeah, Pastor, they made $2,000. So I started thinking, I said, well, wait a minute. We trying to do things. We're trying to get stuff going. We're trying to, buy this new building. We need 2 facilities, one for the South Campus, one for the Atlanta campus. We need, this, we need that. And our membership is giving away $2,000 to these food trucks and we don't benefit from that. That don't make sense to me. So I said, we're going to start selling our own food. If we do $2,000 a week in food sales, that's $8,000 a month. If we do $8,000 a month in food sales, that's almost $100,000 on the year. Y'all hearing this? I said, wait a minute, $100,000 on the year. That could be 2 full-time staff members. That could be, we could buy several vans. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So I said, why, we spending or not spending, but we're not making all this money on these food sales. We can sell it ourselves. But the problem is I need somebody that can cook. Right. I mean, somebody that can, you're dealing with church food. The Saints, the Saints are worse than Keith Lee. Some ain't right. I says, I need some cooks that's gonna bring it and make this a thing. And so come to find out, right in our church, Sister Samantha, I don't know if Sister Samantha is still on, but her mom, who joined our church, mom's a member of our church, Sister Lily Cole. Now you can cook when your name is Lily Cole. That just sound like some good food right there. Sister Lily Cole is one of several caterers in our church that I didn't even realize. We have like Snipes, Sister Lily, Sister Sandra, Rebecca's mom, my girl from New York. We have at least 5 or 6 professional caterers in our church. Now, I'm not even counting just so-and-so can really cook. She can burn. I'm talking about like professional. They have business cards and chafing dishes and, they do this. We have like 5 or 6 caterers, chefs in our church. So I started talking to them. Come to find out, they're like, Sister Lily, for example, Pastor, I'd love to do such and such. I said, okay, but we're going to launch our culinary ministry here at Spirit and Truth. We're going to open up Truth Kitchen. And after church, I want fresh fried chicken. I want fresh fried fish, right? On the white bread with the hot sauce. She from New Orleans, Sister Lily. She from New Orleans. She from New Orleans. New Orleans. She from New Orleans. New Orleans. So she had this special potato salad. It's crazy. She had sides and whole meals. And then here's what happened. I'm telling you, it's in the house. I didn't have to oversee. I didn't have to micromanage. I know, okay, to make sure we get the stuff set and all of this, all of this, all of this. Make sure we got when we came out, she had the boxes already ready. She had timed the dropping of the fish and the dropping of the chicken to go with the where we were in the service so that when we dismissed, it was hot, it was fresh. People wasn't standing around waiting for 20 minutes. She had a system, an assembly line lined up, and them plates was moving. Now y'all hearing what I'm saying? Are you hearing me? Now, what's the point I'm making? Just I'm a driver. Come on, man. Get your plate. Come on over. What am I saying? What we needed was in the house. Now, as this is getting going, again, I'm just using very, very rough numbers. This is an additional $100,000 that we can utilize to do ministry. Now, I'm not breaking news because I shared this. We shared it yesterday live in service. We're feeding 1,000 people for Thanksgiving this year. To God be the glory. But our big holiday initiative this year is we've partnered with an organization here in Atlanta. We partnered with Georgia Power, and we're giving away $60,000 in rental assistance to keep families home for the holiday. Again, keep them home for the holiday. A lot of people are facing housing insecurity, all these kind of problems, behind in rent, behind in mortgage payments. And so what our church is doing this holiday season, we're giving away, I'm saying it again, $60,000 in rental assistance to help families in our church and even some in our community that apply. There's, of course, a protocol in the process. We're giving away $60,000. We'll make sure I heard that again. In rental assistance, no strings attached, literally trying to be the hands and feet of Jesus. So with these kinds of initiatives, and again, we're doing this through our partners, but with that mindset to ministry that God is giving our church, you do know how much $100,000 will help us reach our goal, right? Help us serve people, help us. Scott, we've already given away a full ride tuition scholarship to Morris Brown College. One of our young people is in school right now because of the generosity of our church, right? We've given away a car. We've given away, all kinds of things to nursing homes, and $1,000 to the children's hospital, and 100+ brand new. We're doing these kinds of things, going to the local school and installing new volleyball nets for the teams, and helping with field trips and all of these kinds of things. And so my point is, I'm always, in prayer and seeking God. How are we going to do this? How are we going to fund this? How are we going to, get this together? How are we going to make this happen? And what God is trying to show is that what we need, what we've been waiting on, is right in the house. I want to encourage somebody. It's late. I'm going to let you guys go. But I want to encourage you. Some of you are saying, well, I guess it is in their house, Spirit and Truth House. They had 1,200 members. We do now. We do now. Okay. But a lot of those members came because we utilized the gifts that were in the house. You got to start somewhere. Are y'all hearing me? You got to begin somewhere. You've got to begin in the beginning and you build from there. But I need you to understand, and I said it when I mentioned this the first time, you might not see or realize how true this is right now, but you will realize that some of the skills, the talents there she is. There's a superstar. Y'all remember I was talking about her earlier? Y'all need to follow her if you're not. She's an amazing gift to our church. That's the Simone Moles, right? She's got a travail in her spirit even now. She let it out yesterday. Go watch the 4:00 service and skip ahead to the welcome. It's going to bless you. Her and Dylan, I told you earlier, are amazing college ministry leaders. And I mean, the work they put in to yesterday was insane. And even she is a gift, or even she is yet a reminder that what you need is in the house. We didn't have to import, bring in a consultant for college ministry. We got one in the house. And I'm just going to serve notice on everybody. We love everybody. But Spirit and Truth is not playing with the AUC. We are about to be the leading campus ministry They're in the Atlanta University Center, Morehouse, Spelman, Clark, Atlanta, Morris Brown. We coming to Georgia State. We're coming to Georgia Tech. We're coming to Southern. We're coming to UGA, DeVry, ITT Tech, all of them. All right. And she's a big part of that. But again, I want to encourage you guys. It's in the house. Number two, it's in the house. Number one, first thing I shared is please make sure you're discerning the difference between leaders and influencers. Every leader has to have influence, but every influencer is not a leader. Some influencers are not leaders. They're just loud. Okay. Are y'all hearing me? Simone, I love you guys. Now we got to talk about this Rise thing. I saw that yesterday on the wall. I did not know that was the name. I do not remember proving that. So y'all got to tell me what Rise even means. I don't even know what that is. But y'all are doing a wonderful job, though. I don't know what Rise is. I don't know the acronym. What's the R? What's the I? I have no idea what this is. Y'all did that on your own. But amen. We love you. Thank God for your ministries. And so all leaders, I didn't read that. Come on, man. You know that I ain't read that. No. I'm sort of playing. So back to the point I was closing with. Some influencers are not leaders. They're just loud. And you have to know the difference. All right. Now, I'm out of here. I told you earlier, if you've not registered for the Solution Summit, there are 30-something seats left. I think it's 33 seats now. I don't know what you're waiting on. I mean, I genuinely don't know what you're waiting on. You need to go do that now. Maybe you've been waiting for the end of this live. I don't want to log out early. I got you. It's about 100 of us on here between the pages that we're streaming through. Go now if you want your event in 24 to reach more people and exceed budget. It's a very simple promise. I am helping 200 conference hosts. Doesn't matter what kind of conference it is. If you gather people, I'm helping 200 gatherers. God told me to gather the gatherers. I'm taking 200 of you and I'm giving you everything that we use, everything that we need. I'm not doing my mega conference next year. Now, I can tell you this, Spirit and Truth is doing a convocation next year. And boy, it's 7 days. Yeah. It's Sunday to Sunday. And I'll just, yeah. All right. But we're not doing, I'm not doing YLC, right? I'm not doing a mega conference like that. But I do want to help you do your mega conference. Okay. So if you're on here, I'm talking to somebody right now, not being deep, not being spooky, but I'm being serious. So many of you have been gifted to gather. You just don't have the tools yet. You don't have the skills. You don't know how to do it. You don't know where to start. You don't know what positions you need. You don't know what to employ or things of that nature. The good thing is, and I don't know how to say it other than to say it, I do. So while you're trying to figure some of these things out, I've already figured them out. My team already has the sponsors, already has the relationships, and we're bringing them to you. It's that simple. It's that clear. It's that plain. I need you to make an investment in you. Shiraz said, give us one of the speakers for Convocate. Nah, because when we drop, the way we're dropping, this is going to be a move. I'll give you one. I'll give you one speaker for Convocation. Pastor Mark Moore Jr. is going to be preaching that week. I'll just give you that one. I know you can control yourselves. I know you're excited. I know. I called him and he very busy schedule, but he agreed to come. And I think he's going to bring his choir and everything. It's going to be bad. It's going to be a good time. All right. But I'm not doing my mega conference. I want to help you do yours. We've already answered the questions you're asking. Whew, that's a good way to put that. Yeah, that's a good way to say that. We have already answered the questions you're still asking. Make the decision. Make the investment. moresolutionsnow.com. Go now. There are 33 seats left. I do not know if they will be here next week. I do not know if they will be here. This is Monday. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if they'll be here at the end of the week because people are like, oh, wait, they about to sell out. Yes, What are you waiting? Then, and once we, because of the way we're going to be serving the people and really providing so much content, this is not a 500 people thing. Like this is not, hey, Bishop Cobbs, this is not a, oh, we're gonna do 1,000. No, 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 no. This is a very intimate, hands-on, one-to-one. We're gonna be really, really, our team is reviewing your events as they've been done before. This is what you can do different. We're crafting the sessions even around who's in the room. And so we have to keep it intimate. 33 seats. Thank you, Simone. 33 seats are left. One of them needs to be yours. Now, what did I just say a minute ago? Dr. Combs said, good slogan. I said it and I forgot what I said that fast. The question, man, bring that back to my remembrance, Lord. How did I say that? That was very good. And it just snuck on up on me, snuck on out, slipped out. We already have the answers to the questions. Somebody tell me how I said that. Because I'm writing that down. That's it right there. We've already answered. Thank you, kind spirit. Yeah, that's good. We've already answered the questions you've been asking. And for some of you, I want to tell you the whole truth. For some of you, we've already answered the questions you don't even know how to ask yet. Just being very honest with you. You don't know about attrition, not yet. You don't know about room rates, room nights versus actual rooms. You don't know about facility charges and venue hidden fees. We do though, right? You don't know about the timeline on when it's too soon to announce an event, when it's too late, but we do. Okay. And so I close again. It's the last door on this live. Go now. Now, do I have anybody in here? Hey, I heard you. I know you're talking to me. My team and I need this insight. I'm coming. Is there anybody that can comment? You haven't registered yet, but you're saying, no, I gotta be there. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Bishop Joseph Combs says, would love to have you come share in North Carolina. I would love to come share in North Carolina. I would absolutely love to come share. I would love to come share. What am I doing there? Okay. Hey, you haven't registered yet? Elder, there's another Jonathan on the Lord. Okay. you know what? You would know better than I would. I was about to say, I thought you was on in there, but I guess you would know better than I'm about to tell. Yes, you did. He said, no, I have not yet. Go now, bro. Even if you have to do the partial, or if you choose to do the partial payment right now, just secure your seat. Go do that now, Elder. Go do that now. Dr. Do you do leadership? Yes, I do that all the time. Half the time I'm in the air. I'm going to, well, not half, but a lot of the times I'm in the air. I'm going to teach, leadership and growth strategies and all those kinds of things. So I love you guys. Thank God for y'all. Let's have a great week this week. Pray for me. I'm meeting with some teams, elders and whatnot this week to really, really put some things in order at our church. Email info@exploreylc.com and they'll send you everything. Info, INFO, @exploreylc.com. Pastor Tatum, I'm doing better. You hear me? I'm getting better. Slowly but surely, I'm getting better. Okay, guys. I think that covers it. Are there any other questions? Any other church announcements? All hearts and minds are clear. Let's remember those that are on the sick and the shut-in list, those that are dealing with bereavement. Let's remember all spoken prayer requests, and let's acknowledge those unspoken prayer requests by the waving of your hand, raising of your hand. All right. Chanel, Chanel, when you going to join the church? I just saw you in it. Why are you still playing? I was looking at you Sunday like, if you don't get your tail up here, I hope somebody shout and step on your shoe because I'm sure they're expensive. No, I'm messing with you, sort of, kind of. Yeah. Hey, Dr. Williams, you definitely need to be there for what you're doing. You and the team from NAACP need to be there because I mean the connections and the networking, everything. You need to be there. 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 Marcus, what's up, man? Missed you, man. Want to talk to you. Hope all is well. See you soon, man. Right, Siobhan, pray for Chanel. She needs a lot of prayer. Lots of prayer. Angela, she won't even join Sunday. I was doing my good altar call Sunday too. You just sat there and looked at me. I said, okay, forget you then. I got it. All right. So love you guys. I'm gonna get off of here. Man, that's 12. Oh yeah, I'm gone. Love you guys. Y'all take care. Go register for the summit right now.